The #1 mistake people make when they buy a generator is improper break-in or no break-in at all. They just fill it with oil and start using it. Another mistake people make with this generator is comparing the noise level to a Honda. In this video, I'll show you the break-in process that we used, and I'll prove it worked by showing you the oil. Tune into our next video, and I'll show you sound testing with our noise reduction box, and I'll show you how to build your own. The best generator ever for camping. This is the Predator 3500 from Harbor Freight. It is super quiet and it is awesome. So for the sound check, we're gonna go off of my mic and we're at idle, and then we're gonna go from 0 out to 25 feet. All right, now we're gonna go out to 25 feet. We're at about 53.8. So we're at 25 feet, so that's pretty good. Now let's put it under a load. On about 18 amps, and we're at about 73 decibels, standing right next to it. I'm gonna walk out to 25 feet. All right, so is it as quiet as a Honda? No, it's not, but at $699, how many of these can you buy versus a $2,000 Honda? Is it the best? I think so. It will never be the loudest generator in the campground, that's for sure. So that wraps up the sound test. It was a pretty simple sound test, but it's really quiet, and that's the point we're trying to make here. So now we're gonna go ahead and show you the 100-hour oil change, and then we're gonna break down the break-in process that we used because we think it's the best. So we're gonna get started here. So let's talk a little bit about the oil that we're gonna use. We're using the Schaefer Supreme 7000 1030 oil. Schaefer is the only oil that I like to use. Been using it for years in all my vehicles. Well, if it came with a Bosch, you'd think this would be very easy to find. It's not. We replaced it with the Champion, and here are the numbers on the Champion. The reason why we chose this was because it's available at Walmart. Let's talk about the factory drain plug. We actually replaced it with a magnetic drain plug, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. And the reason why we went with that instead of a magnetic dipstick is because metals sink, so we thought that the magnet would be more useful on the bottom as opposed to hanging suspended in the oil. Take off the plate. I've already loosened those up. Let's go ahead and get that thing opened. There we go. And we're capturing all 20 ounces in this nice little container. 20 ounces is the capacity. There's the first look at the magnet. Nothing really standing out. I'll get a white paper towel so we can see what's going on. I'm not really seeing a lot on the magnet of this drain plug. There is a little bit on there. All right, so again, this is 9/16. Let me clean my drain hole. And it came with the factory washer. We're simply using that one on our new plug. All right, so I'm not sure what the factory spec is for torque on this drain plug, but we're gonna go 4 pounds. There's 32 ounces in this quart. We only need 20. That's about 20 ounces. Let's double check it with the dipstick. Boy, we are on the money. All right, we're gonna check for any foreign objects in the oil. All right, I don't see any metal sheen. While we're doing this, let's talk a little bit about the break-in. We did an oil change at 2, 4, 8, and 16. So at 2 hours, at 4 hours, at 8 hours, and at 16 hours, we changed the oil. We used the cheapest synthetic oil we could find for the break-in. We added CompCam's break-in additive to the oil for each of the oil changes. Our break-in must have done a pretty good job because I don't see anything in here. We'll look when we're done on the paper towel. All right, so there's our paper towel that we filtered through. I'm not seeing anything. I'll have a little breakdown of the break-in, how we did it with all the steps, and I'll put that in the description down below, because I think this has been the best break-in ever. That wraps up this video on the Predator 3500 inverter generator from Harbor Freight. Don't forget to tune in to our next video for sound testing on the noise reduction box that we made. And if you buy one of these, don't forget to do a proper break-in. It's going to extend the life of the motor. I'm glad you watched. I hope you'll watch again.